Let me flip it around. What's up, good people? It's Frank Financial Brown. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. I'm only going to be here for a few minutes today. Where am I? I'm in Atlanta, Roswell, Sandy Springs area. Wife's getting her hair done. Me and the pup, we're out here waiting around. We're going to head over to the apartment as soon as she finishes. So what we're going to talk about today, since I'm not in front of my whiteboard, I told you guys about the quadruplex that I have for sale in East Point. Quadruplex is 4 units. They're all 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's really broken down into 2 duplexes, but they're all on the same lot. So it's considered a 4-plex. So the property went on the market last Saturday. A contract was sent over last Saturday. I signed it and returned it Monday morning. Now, in that area of East Point, it's a flood zone. So the individual that was going to buy the property, they made a full price offer. Their agent was going to get paid. They were going to get I hate to say a kickback. There's a word that starts with a C. I can't think of it right now. A concession. They were going to get a $10,000 concession. And I believe that they were going to move into the property. So they were basically setting this thing up as right as you can get it. You know, they were going to live in one of the units and let the other 3 tenants pay them off. But from what we heard, the contract, they backed out of the contract. And it's because in that area, you have to have flood insurance. Now, the flood insurance, let's say it's $1,000 to $2,000 a year. This beautiful deal that you have, I don't know exactly why she pulled out, but usually it's because of not understanding. I hate to use the word ignorance, but when you don't know, when you're fearful, when you don't know that having insurance is a great thing. Let me ask you guys, if you have insurance and something happens to your property, what happens? Well, like with the vehicle, if something happens to my car, the insurance, if you have full coverage, they're going to get you a new vehicle. If you have flood insurance and your property is flooded, well, you're probably going to get a new property. If you have, I had a fire in one of my properties at the quad, and there was 1 unit caught on fire. I think they paid me like $20-something thousand to clean up the smoke and so forth. But a lot of times, we're scared. We will let fear keep us from great opportunities. This quadruplex, I shouldn't even sell it, but it's what you do in real estate. It's like playing Monopoly. 4 small properties, then you get a hotel. 4 houses, then a hotel. Well, same thing with the quadruplex. 4 doors, but I plan on putting that into Live Free. Raising that capital. So, just to recap, for you guys that missed this, fear, I believe, I don't know for sure, but I know it's either fear or ignorance may have stopped this individual from getting a great deal. There was one time when I began investing, there was a house. They were selling it for $15,000 in Atlanta, but the floor was all jacked up. It was like, you would think you would fall through it. The foundation was jacked, and I didn't know anything about foundation. They had also like a 1970 C10 truck in the front yard. And what happened, the individual had died. So the house was left to his daughter and the truck was left to his daughter. Because I didn't know about foundation, because I let that little fear of not knowing I don't know about foundation, so I'm not buying this house. I didn't buy that house. I didn't buy the $15,000 house. I did buy the truck. I later found out from another property that I have that you can call a company like Ramjack or there's some other companies. But a lot of times they will finance this repair. So I got, I can't remember the exact numbers on how much I paid for my foundation repair on another property, but let's say it was $10,000. I end up paying $150 a month for however long it took to pay it off. So, before you turn down anything due to fear, we live in a day where you can educate yourself. ChatGPT, any of those AIs. I use AI like board members, for mentor, board member, whatever it may be. I use AI for everything. I think that's all I got for you guys. So the quadruplex is back on the market. Going back to the winner of the giveaway, this is something that you stay anywhere rent-free and you're able to stack up your money. Well, the options open up. And that's why we're having this, one of the reasons we're doing this giveaway. At the end of the year, you should, if you take that $17,400 and anything that you've added to that in this year, you should be able to buy you a duplex, a threeplex, a fourplex, something like that. That's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks for joining. I was just talking about the quad. I'm about to get out of here because I'm not in front of my whiteboard, but the quadruplex that I had it's on the market. It was just put under contract on Saturday. It fell out of contract. The individual that was going to buy it, I'm just going to, for some reason, she didn't want to buy it because of the flood insurance. Now, is she scared that the place is going to be flooded and that insurance won't take care of it, or it's just one of those things? It's like not buying a car because you got to have auto insurance. Hopefully I don't lose this live, yesterday's live. I don't know what happened to it. I erased it, and the day before I lost that one. So this one was real quick. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. The winner of the giveaway, hopefully you follow this blueprint, and in a year you should have enough money to buy a duplex, a threeplex, or a fourplex. You got any questions for me before I go? Let me hit the wave. Margie? I'll be back tomorrow at 12. I should have the whiteboard behind me so we can break down some numbers. If you're interested in the quadruplex, the address is 2908 Harlan. We're selling it for, I think we took it to $517,000. It was on the market for $510,000. But after we worked with the last individual, we took it up to hell no to the questions, or hell no, she let it go. Let's see. And we also have a duplex around the corner. Not that I'm trying to sell this to any individual. I'm just letting you guys know what's out here. The property's going to sell itself. The property's going to sell itself because it's all about the numbers. Where can you go in Atlanta and pick up a duplex for $275? Where can you pick up a fourplex for $417? If you have any questions on how to qualify for something like this, this is what we do. Thank you guys for joining. Hit me up if you have any questions. We have the giveaway. It ends December 25th. You can get up to 600 entries. You can get those free. You can get some paid. You can get them all paid. But 600 entries is all you get. Somebody's going to win free rent for a year, furnished with utilities, and you can put it on Airbnb. I'm thinking about putting one of the further units in the complex on Airbnb while we give these others away, just so you guys can see how it works on Airbnb. What's up? Thanks for joining. I'm about to end. I normally only hop on from 12 to 12:30, but I'm not at my office. I'm just out and about. I am in Atlanta. If you want to swing by the apartment and check it out for yourself so y'all can know this is legit, come check out the furniture. Come check out the internet, the TVs. I put a 55-inch TV in the living room, a 43-inch in the bedroom, the couch, all that. We got new appliances coming, new fridge, new stove, new microwave that goes over the range. That's all coming. It's going to come closer to the giveaway date. That's all we got. 600 entries. You can get them for free. Go to Live Free Give Hope. If you pick up merch, you can pick up like a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt, you get 30 bonus entries. And if you purchase anything, that opens you up for social media entries. So like if you like, follow, subscribe, stuff like that, you get even more entries. But regardless, if you just enter for free, you get 600 entries entering for free, doing little mail-ins. All of the information is online. If y'all got any questions, hit me up. Tell everybody you know this is real legit. We are giving away an apartment complex, and we're teaching folks how to get money. You know, I've gotten it in multiple ways. What we talked about the other day was JamPro. That's a franchise. Not sure if any of you guys own a franchise or interested in a franchise, but I figure making money with a franchise is damn near the easiest way. Why? Because they show you what to do. It really don't require any thinking. When I was in my early 20s, I made over 100,000, and it's all documented, owning a franchise called JamPro. My pop still owns a franchise, owns a JamPro franchise to this day, you know. And the guy I sold mine to, he still owns it. And I haven't verified for this for myself, but the master franchiser said he makes $50,000 a month running the business that I sold to him back in 2006. No, 2006. It's been a long time. But that's all I got for you guys. Yesterday we talked about the franchise. And we also talked about if you won this and you just sat on your ass for a year, you could still end up being rich on your way. How? Because if you've been paying rent and you win this and you no longer pay rent, well, that's $17,400 you can stack up. $17,400, that's a down payment on a $338,000 property. Now, in order to qualify for that 338, you probably have to be making anywhere from 90 to 120,000 a year. And that's why we talked about JamPro. That's why we dropping game on different businesses you can do where you make 90 to 100,000. So by the time you leave in a year, you can go on over and get you a duplex, a threeplex, or a fourplex minimum. You know what I'm saying? Our goal is to help you get rich. Why? If you get rich, we continue to get rich. Givers gain. I'm not sure if you guys heard of that, but the more we give, the more you gain, the more we gain. You know? Share this with some folks. The only way these giveaways is going to continue is if enough people know about it. Right now, enough people don't know about it. One of the reasons I'm selling that quadruplex is so I can take that dough and put it down on some marketing. Because there's not enough people that know about this, and me just hopping online doing this, oh, that ain't enough. I got to drop 50, 60,000 on marketing to let the world know that we giving properties away. Things go the way they should. We giving away 6 units at the 6-unit apartment complex, one every 2 to 3 months. If the quad doesn't sell, we may be giving away the 2-bedroom, 1-bath quads. And then we also have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Snellville that will be given away. And we have properties in Augusta. We may give away the 5-bedroom, 4-bath for the masters, just for the masters. And then we'll end up giving away the whole house next year. But if you know anybody that's interested in golf and want to win a property for a month in Augusta, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, fly as hell, then stay tuned. All right. Y'all be easy. I see y'all tomorrow. Join in tomorrow. We'll get into more numbers. If you have any specifics that you want to hit me in the DM or hit me here, however, and we'll make it happen. All right. Y'all be easy.